Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. Sahil is here and welcome back to another video. So I've made two videos about TOEFL IBT. The first one was about my total score, which I scored 106 out of 120, and then my second video was about TOEFL reading, where I scored 28 out of 30. You can watch both of these videos on my channel or just in the description as well. Today we are talking about the TOEFL listening section, where I scored 25 out of 30. So I'm gonna explain the TOEFL listening section first. We will talk about the question types and everything about that. And after that, I'm gonna give you my personal tips on how to score 25 plus in this section of TOEFL IBT, because I have personally scored 25. And to be honest, I feel like I could have done better. I could have scored more than 25, but I will also talk about the mistakes which I made so that you should avoid those mistakes. Let's start. Okay, so the TOEFL listening section assesses your ability to understand spoken English in academic settings. For example, there will be lots of passages, audios, and lectures, conversations, and everything will be related to academic topics. So the listening section consists of 4 to 6 listening passages, with each passage followed by 5 to 6 questions. The questions in listening section varies from different ranges. So most probably you will get 28 questions in the listening section of TOEFL IBT. So the type of listening tasks and questions that you are going to face in this section, our first one is going to be conversations. You're going to go face conversations, and these are typically conversations between two speakers, such as students discussing a class assignment or students asking a professor for advice. The topic are often talked related to university life in academic settings. For example, what is the woman's main concern about the class project, or how does the man suggest the woman can improve her situation? And this particular part of this listening, let me share you my personal experience. I guess I got a listening set. My first listening conversation was about some sort of new changes in the inside the university, and there were two students who were talking about the new changes. And then I was asked a question like, how does the certain student feel about the new changes in the university? So this is how you are going to be given conversations. Everything is going to be related to university life. So either the student will be talking to another classmate, class fellow, university fellow, or the student will be talking to a teacher. So the conversation is typically the easier one. Then we have lectures, and this is kind of like a little bit complicated in my opinion, because in lectures, there will be academic lectures or discussions between a professor and students. The lectures often cover topics from various disciplines such as science, history, or social studies. The speaker may provide explanation, examples, or stories to illustrate key points. So this is kind of lectures that you are not really familiar with in your daily life. For example, if you're not studying in an English medium school or university, then you cannot really relate to these kind of lectures, because there will be professors talking about various academic topics, sociology, history, science, and we don't really discuss that with in our general school life or university life. So this was a little bit complicated for me. So example questions be like, what is the professor's main argument about the effect of climate change or ecosystems? And then you will be asked questions. Or you can say, according to the professor, what is the significance of the research study mentioned in the lecture? Okay, so conversations and lectures are mainly, the main parts of the TOEFL listening. If we talk about the question types, different kind of question types in the TOEFL IBT listening section, then the first one is the main idea questions, where these questions test your understanding of the main point or the overall purpose of the conversation or lecture. Then we have detailed questions, where these questions ask for specific information or details from the listening passage. You need to listen carefully to identify facts, figures, or specific points. Then we have function questions. These questions ask about the purpose of function or function of a part of the conversation or lecture, such as why the speaker mentioned a particular point or made a specific statement. Then we have inference questions. These questions ask you to draw conclusions based on what was said. The answer may not be directly stated in the conversation lecture, so you need to infer it from the context. Then we have attitude or opinion questions. These questions ask about the speaker's feelings or opinions. You will need to identify the speaker's attitude or tone from how they express their ideas. Then we have organization and structure questions. Then we have example or supporting information questions. Another type of question are going to be connecting information questions. These are all the 8 types of questions that you will face in the listening section of the TOEFL IBT. If we talk about the time and structure, then the listening section lasts about 60 to 90 minutes in total, which is like around 1 to 1.5 hours. And you will need hear each listening passage twice. The conversation or lecture will be played once, followed by a second playing of the same material for the question. You'll have 10 seconds between each question to review the next question. Okay, so these were the question types and all the structure of the test. Now let's talk about the tips and tricks that you can uh, take advantage from in order to get 25 plus in the listening section of TOEFL IBT. Okay, so now let's talk about the tips and tricks that you can use in order to score 25 plus in the listening section of TOEFL IBT. So my first step will be enhance your listening overall, and this is very crucial. Let me tell you why. Many students and many people, they ask me how we can actually improve our listening section, and when I look at their English like listening level, they're around 10 to 12. They get around 12 to 10 to 12 scores in the listening section, and they want to go directly from this to 25 plus in 1 week or 2 weeks, and this is practically impossible. I don't know. There might be a lot of videos which will, give you fake promises that you can score 25 plus inside a week or 2 weeks, even if you have a terrible English level, and that is not a fact. You have to understand it. You must enhance your listening overall, and for that you need to listen to podcasts. You need to watch videos, English videos. You must watch videos of the fluent English speakers, and that will help you enhance your speaking, and that will help you enhance your listening. If you're a beginner, start with subtitles. Whenever you're watching a video in English, you have to turn on the subtitles and look at the subtitles in the meantime. After that, you must watch videos without subtitles, and this way you can enhance your listening quickly. And you will at least need 1 to 2 months. If your level is around B1, you will need 1 to 2 months in order to fully enhance your listening section. The number 2 tip will be enhance your vocabulary. Believe me or not, but if your vocabulary is weak, you cannot ace listening of any test. Leave alone TOEFL, even if it's Duolingo English test, IELTS, or any other English tests, you cannot ace the listening part if your vocabulary is weak, and that is proven. So you must enhance your vocabulary. Now, okay, the tip number 3 will be take notes. Note taking is like a must for you in the TOEFL IBT. Later, I'll talk about, and maybe in the upcoming videos, I'll talk about speaking. And note taking will immensely help you in TOEFL speaking, not only in listening. So you must master the note taking strategies. And if you don't know them, then comment and I will surely make a video about it. So what you have to do is when it comes to note taking, you have to note the key fact. Okay, you have to note down the key points, facts, and details to help you answer the questions more effectively. Number 2 will be pay attention to the speaker's tone. Listen carefully to the tone of the speaker and attitude of the speaker, and as they may give clues about their opinion or feelings, because from the tone you can say whether they are feeling happy or satisfied about certain changes or not. So you have to pay attention to the speaker's tone or attitude. Number 3 will be practice active listening. So what is active listening? Active listening means that when you are listening, you have to be, must have the presence of mind. And what I mean by that is that many people listen to English songs, videos, movies, and they watch a lot of English content, but their English doesn't improve. And they complain that why isn't our English improving when we are spending the majority of our time watching English videos or listening to English audios? Then the reason is they don't do active listening. What I mean by active listening is that whenever you're listening to some sort of video audio, and you don't understand a particular word, you have to listen again and you have to try to catch the word what the speaker is saying, and you have to write down the word with yourself, find its synonyms, antonyms, translation, and you have to use it in your daily speech as well. So this way you can improve your English, you can enhance it easily. So you must be an active listener. You have to listen to English daily, but you have to take away some sort of new words, pronunciation tips, or other things from the listening that you are doing on daily basis. Now, tip number 4 will be familiarize yourself with the academic vocabulary. I mentioned earlier, if you don't improve your vocabulary, you cannot ace the listening section. Another tip will be understand the test format. And what I mean by that, you have to understand that there will be conversations, academic conversations, there will be academic lectures. So, okay, so it means that you must listen to academic lectures more often in your practice sessions. And also you have to read about, different topics about science, history, sociology, psychology. This will help you, accustom yourself with these topics and the vocabulary. And when you're setting for the actual test, then you can easily ace this part.